So good evening, everyone, and really excited to welcome you all to our monthly membership event. My name is Maharshi Jani. I'm the General Secretary of the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, and it gives me great privilege to welcome everyone today to the Future Leader Seminar, Empowering, Inspiring, and Leading. Our keynote speaker will be joining us shortly. Before that, it is my privilege to quickly introduce my two esteemed colleagues here and members of the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce. We have our CHCC Director, Dr. Rakesh Kantaria, here with us, and our President, Kushagar Dutt Sharma. Before we have the keynote speaker join us and address this incredible audience, I request our President, Kushagar Dutt Sharma, to welcome us and address the audience.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, this Monday evening. Thank you so much for taking time out. Today, we're very honored to have Swamiji join us and give us a lot of insights on how we can all become better leaders in our communities, better leaders in our business, better leaders in our employment. Swamiji is a very inspirational figure, and we're very lucky to have Swamiji here. So hopefully we can all take something of importance, something that we can apply to our daily life today. This event has been in the planning for a very long time. Previous year, Swamiji visited our ex-president Nilesh Chavra's home, and the discussions were on there about this event, and we led later on. It led to developments, and with Dr. Kantariaji's help, we were able to organize this event. To all of our members, thank you so much for joining. I see some directors as well and advisory board members. I see Ronak Ji is here, one of our directors. Vijal Shah is here. I see our vice president, Bharat Chavra, is there as well as some of our advisory board members. For those joining us who are not members, this is a great opportunity to become a member. Please become a part of the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce so we can continue bringing events such as these to you in the future. With your participation, with your involvement, the community will grow, the organization will grow, and the benefits will be for everyone in the community. So thank you so much once again for joining today. And without any further ado, I'm going to pass it back to Mahadeshiji so we can continue.
Thank you, Kushagarji, for that warm welcome. A little bit about Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce. We are a business organization that has members across Canada. We host different events in person and online that help support Canadian businesses, Canadian Hindu businesses across Canada. Little bit about our events and activities that we do throughout the year, including Invest India, Invest Canada, which we recently did in the BC province. We do our signature event, which happens every year in the October-November period, which is our Dhanteras Gala, a recognition of 13 individuals who have contributed uniquely to the community in different areas. And this year it will be happening in October. So we request all those who can join us on October 26th. Please save that date as it will be our signature Dhanteras Gala event. You'll be able to see more information about that on our website. Uh, a little bit background about CHCC and our mission. The Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce is the first registered non-for-profit organization in Canada to be dedicated to unification of Canadian Hindus and their economic interest. Hindus have a long been the backbone of the Canadian economy, despite never having a unified and effective representation. The Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce is an organization dedicated to becoming the vehicle of expression, representation, and improvement of for the Hindu business community in Canada. Main objectives really are to strengthen the business capacity of Hindu Canadians, increase the collaboration of Hindu community in Canada, increase the strength and Hindu community stakeholder in the social, economical, political fabric of Canada, to work and establish memorandums of understanding with other organizations, ensuring that collaboration and for sure to increase the diversity of Hindus in Canada to protect Hindu values and protect, preserve, and promote Hindu values there. I will now pass it to Dr. Rakesh Kantaria to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Gyanvatsal Swami.
Namaskar, everyone. Thank you so much, Masterji, for my introductions. My name is Dr. Rakesh Kantaria. I'm working as a professor and leading one of the leading schools in Toronto, Canada. It's really honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Gyanvatsal Swami. He is a life coach and eminent speaker. He did his mechanical engineering way back from one of the leading university from the Gujarat, and he's extraordinary brilliant public speaker. His message is very, very touching, and with their message, people has been progress in their professional and personal life big time, and become an instrumental to transform their life many different ways. He is today one of the most visible, watched, and followed personality on the popular social medias. He has been invited for the multiple universities around the globe, corporate, professional associations, social communities, and he had been interacted for more than 5,000 leaders and well over 3 million people in more than 32 countries around the world. He has delivered more than 15,000 talks in last 31 years. And because of that, he has been awarded for the 2 PhD in the literature by one of the leading universities of India. Swamiji has been recognized as a Surya Ratna, the saint of India. And he had been instrumental and play a very key role to transform so many people around the world. One of the example is me and my family. We are listening to Swamiji last 3 years regularly, and because of their very touching and the content, we had been changed and flourish in every area of our life. The message he is passing for hope, personal growth, that's what I'm passing in my class. And as a result of that, I has been awarded for multiple outstanding educator award. We start spending quality time with our kids, start doing exercise regular basis, many more things. So Swamiji has played as a brilliant role to a lot of people in really progress in their personal and professional life. It's my immense pleasure and honor with a lot of gratitude to bring up the one of the eminent saint of the modern Bharat, Dr. Gyanvatsal Swami.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Rakesh, for that. Gunatito aksharam brahma bhagavan purushottamah jano janannidam satyam muchyate bhavabandhana. With prostrations at the divine feet of Bhagavan Swami Narayan, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Ram, and my Guru Hari, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, and Pragat Guru Hari, Mahant Swami Maharaj, my heartiest namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Swami Narayan, and a very good evening to all the members and participants of the CHCC, Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude as I feel privileged to be on this platform with you all. And Dr. Rakesh, when we met personally a few days back, he was in all awe of this session. Actually, it conveyed of this session before I started from India for this tour. So again, I would express my gratitude to be with all of you today, this evening. Well, some thoughts that has been shared with me regarding the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, which has been constantly striving as an institute, as an organization, to instill and inspire. Let me use these words. To instill and inspire entrepreneurship in the lives of youngsters today. It is also working to bring individuals and organizations together for the larger benefit of humanity. That is really admiring. So when it comes to personal growth, when it comes to family growth, when it comes to social growth, when it comes to professional growth, there are certain aspects of life. I will not go into the clearly visible aspects. As you may say that, okay, work hard and be disciplined and be punctual, and these are all things we know a lot. And not just knowing a lot, we do practice quite a lot. So I'm not going to talk on how to become a better entrepreneur just by working hard and, being punctual and being disciplined and having good teamwork and gathering your resources. This is all routine talk. I would particularly like to focus on some finer aspects of life, because a Harvard University survey says that 90% of your business is dependent upon your human relations with people. So better the human relations, better your acceptance in the hearts and minds of people, better your acceptance in the society, better your relationships. And that simply results into better successes in life. So when it is said that 90% of your success depends upon your human relations with people, another good survey of Harvard University says that of all the people that they lose jobs, only 15% of them lose jobs because of some lack in technical expertise. Other 85% of the people who lose their jobs is because they could not get along with people around them. They could not get along with their working colleagues. So this is again an alarming survey. So both these surveys by Harvard, they say that the principal aspect to grow as an entrepreneur, the principal aspect to be successful as a parent, father or mother, the principal aspect of having an enriched social circle is how well you can develop human relations with people. Now we all know this. We do try this, but the areas of focus are different. Let us today talk of certain quite more beneficial areas of focus, beneficial areas of practice, where we need to work more, better more, so that our human relations increase to make an overall successful identity of our own self. First is flexibility to change. Again, a Harvard University survey says, what is the definition of intelligence? The definition of intelligence, of a lot of brainstorming, they put forward is flexibility to change is intelligence. You change your decision to accept a better decision of even your junior in the board meeting is on the path of making you a successful entrepreneur. This is seen in successful people, that even if they are in a position of authority, even if they are in a position of command, they could direct. Still, when they found some better opinion from a team member, even from a junior, I have examples with me that even from newcomers in the organization, this senior-most people, authority people, they have left aside their opinion and accepted a good one. With this, a person grows, the organization grows, everybody grows. I would request all the young entrepreneurs who have joined in the session today and all the members of CHCC that you all read the biography of Bill Gates. The title of the biography is Business at the Speed of Idea. You get an idea, you're able to implement it, take people along with you, and be a successful entrepreneur, businessman, individually and as a team. It benefits both you and your team. It benefits both your organization and your family. It benefits both the society and the country. In this biography, Bill Gates was quite many a times asked that what is the secret of your success? Bill Gates says, the secrets of my success are a culmination of three things. First, intense hard work. Second, determination. And third is what we are talking about right now. I'm putting him word to word and letter to letter. That is quoting him word to word and letter to letter. He says, acceptance of the ideas of others. This is important. So flexibility to change is a spiritual quality that helps you grow. So chapter number 1 and lesson number 1 today in this session is, if you find a better idea of somebody than yours, put aside your ego, put aside your status, put aside your authority, put aside your power. Because your ultimate aim is to grow your organization. If you believe this and if you accept this, just raise your hands to say yes. See all of you. So this is the chapter number 1. Second chapter, to grow as an entrepreneur, is an ability to face and use the suffering of life. All great personalities, they've never complained about sufferings in life. They always learn from sufferings. They use those sufferings as a stepping stone. They've made the entire staircase out of it and reached the next level. So an ability not just to face the suffering, but to use the suffering. How do you use the suffering? Is that you learn from it. You create a diversion, a new path to reach your destination. And most importantly, with a lot of introspection, you convince yourself that I'm not going to make this mistake again so that I have to suffer again. I come from the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha, which is one of the largest organizations in the world, with a permanent seat in the United Nations as an NGO. Our Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who grew this organization to this level. We have been working so close with him. If I say about my life, about myself, for 3 decades, that is 30 years, on quite many occasions, I've been with him, worked with him. Of course, worked with him, worked under him and guidance. But I've seen these 2 qualities in him from so close. Once he took a decision regarding a particular aspect, the responsible senior saints also knew that a decision has to be made about this particular aspect. They came up to Pramukh Swami Maharaj. Now, these 2 responsible saints were nominated by Pramukh Swami Maharaj for this particular aspect and field. They were authorized, they were experienced. And the organization also knew their years of experience has turned out to be quite fruitful for the organization. So their decisions were well accepted by the society, that is by the BAPS followership. Now, what Pramukh Swami Maharaj took the decision of that particular aspect, he had already written the letter to let it know to the local authorities. On the other side, these 2 senior saints had come up with a decision that was quite different from what Pramukh Swami Maharaj had written in the letter or decided upon. When these 2 elder saints told Pramukh Swami Maharaj that this aspect has been under discussion in the meetings since last a couple of days at least, we have thought over and we have come to a conclusion. And still, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, we call him Swami Baba. It's still, Swami Baba, it is all up to you. This is just a suggestion from our side. And Pramukh Swami heard their suggestion. Pramukh Swami Maharaj could, with whole heart, with a very open heart, accept that, because he found that the suggestion of these 2 senior saints, he at that time particularly felt that was quite better one than what he himself had decided upon. Now, Pramukh Swami Maharaj was not just the chief administrator, the president of the organization, but he was also the spiritual guru of the organization. And these two senior saints with folded hands said, Swamiji, this is just a suggestion. Otherwise, your decision is final. Still, you can suggest and change. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, no, your decision is quite better than mine. And you would be surprised to know today that at that time, Pramukh Swami Maharaj had written the letter and it was yet to be posted. Pramukh Swami took out the letter from the letter box and tore it off. And the elder saint said, Swami, what have you done this? He said, I had written that letter already. And both the saints said, Swamiji, if you have written the letter, something in your mind is perfect. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, no, I liked your decision better than mine. And he changed it. Being the supremo of the organization, the undisputed, unchallenged, non-controversial leader of the organization, still Pramukh Swami Maharaj, he could be that flexible to change his decision. So flexibility to change is one aspect that wisdom-filled leaders, not just leaders, not just learned leaders, not just experienced leaders, only wisdom-filled leaders who can see the future of the organization and future of the people whom he have taken with him along. Only they can do it. We have seen this in the life of Pramukh Swami Maharaj. And second aspect that I was discussing when it improves human relations is an ability to face and use the suffering of life. When I talk to professionals, I tell them, a pat on the shoulder is necessary. That is appreciation and encouragement. A slap on the cheek is also necessary. Don't do that mistake again. The moment as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a family head, if you believe and start believing that a pat and slap are both necessary. A pat is appreciation, encouragement. Slap is don't do that job again. Don't commit that mistake again. A pat, enjoy the day. A slap, learn something on that day. Days are for both. For enjoying an achievement. And the other part is, the other days are learning something from your mistakes. So wisdom-filled leaders, they understand that a pat and slap are same for my growth. The moment you understand, you'll be able to accept people better. You'll be able to relate yourselves with your people, that is the people in your organization, better. So this is a very important aspect when it comes to growth. Again, I'm repeating, when you all entrepreneurs today are on the platform here, and a wonderful one, the CHCC, the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, and young entrepreneurs are here. I don't want to talk about hard work and intense hard work and planning and teamwork and resources. And most important aspect is, if you can be flexible, make your people feel that you are one of them. Though you are the leader, but still you respect their opinions is most important. We have seen Pramukh Swami Maharaj and even our Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj today, that they could face the suffering with a smiling face. No regrets about it. And they could use that suffering for the growth of the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha. Once Pramukh Swami Maharaj was in Mumbai, I'm talking of the year 1991. Harkishan Mehta, a very leading journalist, a very senior, very respected one. On behalf of Janmabhoomi Pravasi, he interviewed Pramukh Swami Maharaj. And he said, Swamiji, let us talk about certain inner aspects of life and work. Swamiji was open to it. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, yes, you can go on. And he said, Swamiji, you're doing good work for the society. How? Pramukh Swami Maharaj, let me tell you, he created 1,300 institutions of social service, single-handedly. He was a one-man organization. Hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, sanskar kendras, hari mandirs, and akshardham. Imagine 1,300 lands got or purchased. After due deliberations, deciding upon what to do with her. And then we being an NGO, non-government organization and an NPO, a non-profit organization, not-for-profit organization. We have to raise funds from the society as charity to come up with this project that again, Pramukh Sai Maharaj was shouldering all the responsibilities. And then the inauguration ceremony and the institute put in the service of society. In a span of 55 years, and that to his age of from 51 to 95, he created 1,300 institutions of social service. That means at an unbelievable average of putting an institute in the service of society every 15th day of his life for 45 years. Isn't this remarkable? Yes or no? It is remarkable. Because you can compare always with yourself. I'm just take it lightly that if the tap in your wash basin is leaking in the kitchen, and it takes 2 days for the plumber to come. And here every 15th day, gift and institute the organization. Now coming to my point. Face and use the suffering of life. A person who has embarked on this journey of creating 1,300 institutions, and more important that after creating is, you get the human resources to run that institute according to a ideology. It's more difficult than that. You all know material resources are the easiest. Tougher than that is money resources. And tougher than that is man resources. After the 3M resources, man resources is the toughest. To get the right kind of people for the right kind of job. And to create that belief in that person that for years and decades, until my health permits, I have to be at this place running this institute. To convince them of lifelong dedication is a big challenge. A challenge very near to impossibility. Pramukh Sai Maharaj could do that. Now my point is, when he has done this work, do you believe that he might have faced opposition? He might have faced cross-examination of his ideas and words? Yes. Do you believe that he might have faced that maybe people on the project, for some reason, they left the project and Pramukh Sai Maharaj had to build up a team again, gather resources again, and carry on that project to finish in the deadline? Yes. He faced everything that you and me face while working as a leader somewhere. He faced it n number of times. But we have never seen him in a state of irritation, in a state of frustration, in a state of depression, state of fear, or state of low. Now, this is a remarkable achievement. When I talk to professionals, I tell them the greatest achievement for any person upon this earth is to remain in a positive state of mind lifetime. Isn't it? So here Harkishan Mehta asked him that some people sometimes may, out of ignorance or misunderstanding, criticize you. What do you feel at that time? Now, a person who has done so much selflessly for the society, Pramukh Swami's motto was, "In the good of others lies our own." He lived that motto every second of his life of 95 years. When this question was posed to him, Pramukh Swami Maharaj spontaneously replied that when we hear words of criticism, we don't think about the critic. Now, this is the most important aspect to grow as an entrepreneur, as an individual, as a leader. We don't think about the critic, that is the person. We think about his words. If his words are right, we make the change. We thank him that you pointed out some fault, some mistake of ours. Immediately Harkishan Mehta said, "Swamiji, if the person, his words are wrong, then..." Now here comes the challenge. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said that we don't go to fight with that person. We don't even go to answer that person. We just close our eyes and pray to God that may God give him the right kind of understanding We forget the criticism, we forget the critic, we keep on walking on the path of our work and our aims. See what a wisdom-filled leader does in times of such crisis in life. Normally, when we hear words of criticism, we first think about the critic. Who said this? Here is where we fall. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, don't think about the critic. Just focus on his words. Is he right? Then make the change. You must thank him and God both, that God suggested something through him. And if he's wrong, don't go to fight. Don't waste your energy and time. Don't waste your resources. Just carry on with your work. As simple as that. Such are the capabilities of wisdom-filled leaders when it comes to facing and using a suffering of life. So today I wanted to talk about this particular two aspects when it comes to grow as an entrepreneur, grow as a leader, as an individual. Second important aspect that I was asked to talk about, I'll just take a few more minutes for that, is that how can we care and share for each other? As a community, we can be together. As individuals, we can be together so that we play some small part in other people's life to uplift them in all walks of life. First important aspect is every individual upon this earth needs to develop a helping nature. When I talk to professionals, I tell them, as you have eating nature, as you have a tea drinking nature, somebody has a coffee drinking nature, somebody has a nature of just being out, an outing nature. Same way, you should develop a helping nature. Developing a nature takes time, but your thoughts and intentions play an important role. When you develop that nature, you will find need of help at many places around you. And when you are able, or when you develop that attitude that somebody needs help from me, some sector needs my advice, some association, institute, or organization can perhaps function better by a small input from my side. Don't fall back. Don't be lazy. Don't be introvert. With an open heart, you can converse and start a communication with the leaders of that organization. And just speak out your mind and heart with all humbleness, with no intentions of insistence. Now, this is the most important aspect. When you suggest something, you should not have insistence of acceptance. Then communities come together. People come together, and people wholeheartedly would make you sit, lift you and sit on their shoulders. So helping nature. As I said, Pramukh Swami Maharaj lived his motto, in the good of others lies our own. In the progress of others rests our own. Selfless act. Scientifically also it has been proved that when you do a selfless act, even before the start of an act, if you just have some selfless emotions, thoughts and intentions and attitudes in life, it can help better your physical health, mental health, emotional health. Hundreds of experiments by universities and research and survey teams all over the world. So caring and sharing for each other is life. If somebody tells me, give me one definition of life, and I would tell, after all my experiences from my travels, my association with people, my readings, and my talks on such platforms, I would define as caring and sharing is life. Do we all believe that at some stage in life, we need some care and share from people? Raise your hands if you say yes. Yes, all of us. What we need, we must do. What you do, you get. It is a simple equation upon this earth. And when we leave this simple equation, we create joy. we create happiness, we create bliss. So caring and sharing, actually, God has put this caring and sharing in nature. How many of you have seen sunflowers? All of us. My question number 2 is, be very righteous, putting your hand on your heart and answer me this. How many of you have seen sunflowers when there is no sun? No sun by that I mean the sun is covered by dark, gloomy clouds. Very dark clouds. How many of you have seen sunflowers during that time? See, I tell you, a very interesting happening of nature, of care and share. When the sun is out, the sunflowers, they face the sun and get energy, store energy. When the sun is not out, that is bright and shining, the sunflowers, they start facing each other. For years, biologists were baffled by this natural happening. There is a lot of research on this. And after many years of research, they came to a conclusion that when the sun is not bright, not out, not shining, the sunflowers, they face each other. They share the stored energy with each other. If this sunflower has less energy to survive till the sun is out, the other sunflower shares energy with it. Like the sun shares its energy with the individual sunflowers. The sunflower which has more in store shares some energy with the sunflower which has something less in store. What a natural happening, rather a God's design to teach us, the humans, that if this small existence, small entity like the sunflower, if they have a big heart of caring and sharing for each other, you humans, you are my best creation upon this earth. You must have this habit, attitude of caring and sharing with people. The more you care and share, the more we are better upon this planet. यही स्वर्ग बन जाएगा और क्या? Heaven is right here upon this earth. यहीं से आनंद लेंगे. जैसे हम बोलते हैं, I've been talking since more than 30 years on national international platforms. With the commands of my Guru Pramukh Sai Maharaj and our Guru Mahant Sai Maharaj today, I don't charge a single penny for my talks. Let me tell you, today also I'm FOC, okay? That because it's Guru's command, it's an intention to give better, prosperous thoughts to people and society, to inspire people for better attitudes and behaviors and character development, to try to instill traditional Sanatan Dharma, Hindu Dharma value system in the lives of people. Because this platform is named as Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce. So with these principles of work and living, we have religious and spiritual principle that has been gifted to us by the great seers and seekers of India. Like in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Sri Krishna says, he has given us a wonderful advice and a blessing. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. By this, I'm stepping into the third part of my talk and the last one. Bhagwan Krishna says to Arjuna, and thus all of us, that your job is to perform your duty well to the best of resources that you have. Results, I will decide. Such are lofty thoughts, wisdom-filled thoughts that has been given to us by avatars, by the great sages and seekers and seers of India. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Our job is to perform our work, duty, responsibilities well to the best of our resources. Results, leave it to God. So you don't fall into stress. Pramukh Sai Maharaj was once in Vallabh Vidyanagar, a very giant industrial entity, the Elicon Engineering Company in Vidyanagar. His general manager, Natubai Patel, was a well-wisher of the organization, and he would come to have darshan and blessings from Pramukh Sai Maharaj every time Pramukh Sai Maharaj would be there in Vidyanagar. He once asked that, Swamiji, I have seen you in all the activities of the day, in all your routines of the day. I've seen you doing your morning walks, seeing you doing your morning puja. Thousands of people are sitting in front of you. I've seen you interacting with people, blessing with people. I've seen you sitting in administrative meetings, taking decisions. I've seen you talking with people on phone. I've seen you writing letters. I've seen you in all activities that you do during the day. But never, ever have I found a single wrinkle of stress or depression on your face. Never, ever in your facial expressions or body language, I've found you low on energy, low on enthusiasm, low on positive attitudes in life. How come? Then he related this everything with his own self. That by evening, I'm stressed out. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said this, that every morning when we wake up, we pray to God, Bhagwan Swami Narayan, and our Guru Yogi Ji Maharaj, that what I'm supposed to do today. We plan the day, put the best resources that we have. By evening time, we pray to Bhagwan Swami Narayan and our Guru Yogi Ji Maharaj, that I tried my best. Now, whatever results you decide and give, I accept it. Natubhai Patel said, Swami, this is the most important factor that we need to put in place, both in our working life and social life. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, everybody will have to put this. Otherwise, stress gets generated. Why did this not happen? It did not happen because God's wish wasn't there. That doesn't mean that we don't try. We don't try again. We don't try the third time. We don't try the fourth time. It is a human duty, human endeavor, and a human dignity to keep trying, efforts to be kept. But at the same time, at the end of the effort, during the effort, at the start of the effort, with this understanding, I'll put in my best, God's wish will prevail, I accept the results. So this lofty way of thinking and behaviors and attitudes have been well prescribed in our scriptures. To grow as an entrepreneur, to grow as an individual leader. So concluding, I talked about three aspects. The first was, that is, flexibility to change is intelligence. You be flexible and you better your human relations. Second, face and use the suffering. Cultivate that ability. You will better your human relations. And third, karmanya vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. His wish, my effort and his wish. Whatever, I accept it. That will keep you stable. And stability brings novel ideas, creative ones, and gives you a newer path to walk to your destination and success. So these three things, I also talked about caring and sharing, the example of sunflower. So these things come together to grow us as an individual, as a family person, as an entrepreneur. Again, I would like to tell you and end with that. I'm not going to talk about how you grow after hard work, ethical hard work, teamwork, resources, network, systems. No. Ultimate success comes by human relations, and second, accepting the wish of God. These two are the most powerful factors that can bring success to you. So thank you very much for inviting me to your platform today. I feel privileged. My all prayers for all the members of your organization, and of course, for the entire Indian Hindu community here and the entire Indian community, and of course, for all humanity at large, that may we all strengthen these values in our lives so that we leave a better planet for our next generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Jai
so much,
Swaminarayan.
Gyanvatsal Swami. Jai Swaminarayan. He was so busy. He's already in the conference, but he's taking out special time for our conference, and they came out and he was talking.
Thank you.
Heartfelt gratitude from the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, and all the lessons which you taught is really amazing. Everyone, every person, our messages are flooding. They are equipped, they are inspired, they equipped with the knowledge and motivate for growing personally and professionally.
Thank you.
Your message was really amazing. Once again, thank you so much. And
My prayers for you.
Thank you. And with the Canadian Hindu Chamber of Commerce, thank you for giving me an opportunity to host Gyanvatsal Swami. That's my dream. And thank you. Now, with that, I'm done and back to the Marcy ji.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gyanvatsal
Thank you very
Swamiji,
much.
and to entire BAPS for joining us for this very special event, and to everyone here for joining us today at this very special event. We will be doing numerous events like this throughout the year. I pass it to now our President Kushakaji for the vote of thanks, and then we'll end the
My
session.
best wishes for your future programs as well.
Thank you so much, Swamiji, and please give your blessings for the organization so we can.
Definitely. My innermost prayers to Bhagwan Swaminarayan, my Guru Hari Mahan Swami Maharaj, that they may bless your organization and all the members of your organization for a great future.
Thank you. Kushakaji?
Thank you so much, Swamiji, for
Thank
your inspirational words and thoughts today. And I hope everyone here can take something with us that we can apply to our daily lives. Swamiji gave a lot of great examples on what we can use to apply to our daily life. I know we've been trying to do this for a very long time. Last year, Swamiji was at our ex-president Nidesh Chavraji's home.
Yeah.
And there we started to try and develop this talk online. And thank you so much, Dr. Kantaria ji, that we were able to make this happen with Swamiji. So I want to thank everybody that was able to join today. Thank you so much for joining. If anybody has any questions, they can post it in the question and answer box. If not, I will pass it back to Maharishi ji.
I think I answered everything. People should not have questions. I talked everything, so we don't go into the question answer session. Fine.
Thank you so much.
We conclude.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Not to take more of your valuable time, I thank everyone once again for joining us, and we will stay connected. We are very lucky that we were able to record this session, so it will be available on our online platform.